Okay, here we go. So, following up. So at the beginning, this used to really freak me out because um I felt like, well, I don't ever want people to be like feeling like I'm pushing this on them or being weird or salesy, or I had all these like negative things going on in my brain. But then when I really sat down to think about it, I was like, they express interest in the first place. I'm simply caring about them enough to check in again and to help them like see that I actually care to help them. So I created some slides to help because I don't know, I'm just kind of, I think it helps visually. And I'm going to actually give you guys some examples because I know a bunch of my coaches are always like, you tell us to follow up. Like, what do I even say? And I'm like, well, just be normal. Don't overthink it. Just be normal. But I'm going to give you guys some examples so that you have at least a guideline and just some things to go off of. Okay, so let me share my screen and then we can dive into that. Okay, can you guys see this? Perfect. Let me see if I can figure this out. Present. All right. So all about that follow-up. Where did you go? Oh no. Okay, here we go. Full screen. All right, why do we have to follow up? Because life happens. That is why. So I was thinking, I always like to put myself in my prospect shoes, and I posted something about wanting to get some new face lotion. Okay, so I had like all of these girls reach out. Like tons of girls reached out and was like, you should try this. I sell this. You should do that. Blah, blah, blah. And then one girl, so I got some information from a bunch of people and I genuinely wanted new face lotion. Like I was the one that wanted it. And then one girl sent me some information and I had every intention of ordering it, wanted it. But then like my kids, they're crazy. Life happened. I didn't order it. She never checked in, never followed up. I forgot about it. So I never ordered. Then it was like 2 weeks after that. And I was like, crap, I totally still want that face lotion. And I forgot about it. And then I happened to see one of my friends that I knew from high school post about she was the same rep for this company. And I was like, oh, I'll just get it from her because I know her and I like want to support my friends. So I reached out to her, asked her about it just to get like another perspective on it. She loved it, blah, blah, blah. So she sent me info. I was going to order, didn't order. I'm the worst customer ever. Next day, she checked in with me and said, hey, Micah, I just wanted to check in and see if you like got your stuff ordered, da, da, da. And I'm like, no, oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Let me go do that. And then I ordered. And I was like, duh, this is what our people do all the freaking time. Yet when someone wants information, we send it to them and they don't answer us or they don't order right away. We go, oh my gosh, they hate me. They don't want to do this. They think I'm so freaking weird now and they're going to block me next. Like, and all of this negative crap, like, just goes through our heads and it's just so silly. So I want you guys to just understand that that is all normal and it's not you. They still love you. They still are interested. They still want information, but it is our job, you guys, to follow up. Okay. So let's dig in a little deeper into that. Let me hide this. Okay. So I'm going to just talk about a few points. The first thing that we need to do when we're following up is we need to legitimately ask for the sale. So we are like the professional in this like relationship. They're coming to us because they trust us to help them. So we get to control the direction of the conversation, and that goes all the way to the end. So if you're giving some people information and they're all interested and they're asking you questions and then you just like leave it open-ended, like that's just such a simple thing to fix, to tweak, that will totally help you close more deals, close more customers and stuff. Go out until I'm done. So sometimes all it takes is a close to ask for the sale. It really is that simple. Like, hey, are you ready to go? Like, do you want to get rocking? Let's get you going. It's just that simple question of like, okay, let's do the dang thing. Okay. Just like I was talking about, your clients are busy. Sometimes they'll get info. They'll totally want to do it. and then life happens, they don't respond, they forget, and then what happens? Your email gets buried by all their other emails, or your message gets buried by all of their other Facebook messages, Instagram messages, and they just forget. Okay, they don't hate you, it's normal, but that's why it is our job to make life easier on them and pop back up into their inbox, pop back up into their email and say, hey girl, just checking in. Okay, so super easy. You control the conversation, and that goes till the very end. So don't expect them to be like, okay, tell me where to order and what to do and da-da-da. That's your job to say, okay, let me get your cart set up. What flavor Shakeology do you want to get? Blah, blah, blah. I'll set this up for you and send it over so you can finish it up. So we need to make it as easy as possible for them to go through the entire process, okay? Finley's crying. Hopefully JD gets her soon. Okay, number 2, following up is just a way for us to provide rockstar customer service. It really is about them. It's not, I have to follow up with all my people so I can hit Success Club. I need to follow up with all my people so I can make more sales and make more money. That's not what it is. Although it leads to those things, we're following up because we actually want to help these people, and they have goals, and they reached out to us for a reason, or they requested information for a reason. And it's our job to say, I actually care about you, so I'm following up to create this positive experience for you. Okay, customer service doesn't begin when the sale happens. Customer service begins as soon as we start the relationship with someone. As soon as that initial conversation happens, that's when we get to serve people, and it's awesome. Okay, it is likely that when you send the info, your client or your potential client has requested info from other coaches. Like, this is very real. Okay, so in our realm, people talk to multiple coaches. A lot of the times they don't understand that you just work with one coach and whatever. So what is going to set you apart from all the other coaches that they've talked to, or all of the other Advocare girls or Tone It Up girls or whatever girls, any other service or thing to get healthy? What's going to set you apart is you're going to follow up because you actually want to help them and you actually invested in their journey. Okay, so you're going to stand out against the other people, and that's always a good thing. Your prospect might not always remember you, but if you remember them, your heart will stand out. So go. Lots of times when I'm talking to my new coaches and they're feeling weird about following up or whatever, they're struggling with it, I'm like, why would you even follow up? Like, why are you thinking about it? And they're like, well, because they told me they wanted to lose 10 pounds. And I'm like, okay, so then why are you thinking about following up? And they're like, because I actually want to help them lose 10 pounds. And I'm like, exactly. You actually want to help them because you actually care. So don't feel like icky at all. The follow-up is a genuine, I care about you. I'm checking in with you. Let's do this, okay? Third, following up is way easier than finding new people, okay? So lots of people put in all of this freaking work, expanding their network, connecting with people, building relationships, sending invites and invites and invites, and then they get people interested enough to get information and never follow up with them, ever. And while you need to continue to do all those things, you need to continue to expand, connect, invite, you also need to make sure that this is just as important and at the top of the list as all of those other things. So it's just making your life easier, because the people that you're following up with, they have the initial interest, or else they wouldn't have even requested information. They're a really hot lead because they requested information. So instead of just throwing spaghetti at the wall and saying, hey, I'm doing this group, what do you want, info or whatever your invite is? These are solid prospects of people that do have an interest, and it's just a matter of when it's going to be right for them. So do not miss this step, okay? So we're going to put together a process so that it makes your life really easy and it becomes like part of your flow. So the longer you wait to follow up with your prospect, the weirder it gets. And I'm just kidding. I was just kidding when I put that. But really, like, it's a really natural thing within a couple days of sending someone information. It's really natural to then check in with them and just say, hey girl, just want to check in with you to see what you thought about that info. Johnny, come here. Hi, baby. So if you do it within a few days, they're almost expecting it, or they should be, from like a reputable salesperson, right? And I don't care if you're weird about sales, we're salespeople. We sell our story, we sell ourselves, we sell what we have. Don't be weird about that. We are selling an incredible life-changing solution. Okay. So what kind of process do we want to set up? Like I said, number one, if you send your prospect info, make sure, really simple, you can either set a reminder in your phone. So whenever I send someone info, if you're not using Streak, like Streak makes life really easy. So if you are using Streak, obviously continue to do that. Then you can follow up within a couple days and it's really natural. If you're not using Streak, I set reminders in my phone. Like, in fact, if you go to my calendar, I will have on any given day just random, like, follow up with Kimber, follow up with Rose Caroline on IG, follow up with Shanley, something like, and I just put it in there as a reminder on my phone for like the next month or whatever, or a couple days if I send them information. So that's a really simple thing to just, yes, you need to take her, to just work into your flow. Okay. So within 2 to 3 days, she's hungry. Dad will be home soon and I'll feed her as soon as I get off. She's not hungry. Go give her puffs. Hurry, she loves puffs. Go. Okay, so when you're following up the first time, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You could either do a quick email, you could do a quick Instagram or Facebook message, you could do a quick text if you know them. If you can do a voice message or a video message, I highly encourage that, because then it's just even cooler, because they're like, oh my gosh, there she is in my message thread, you know what I mean? Like, it's just more fun. But it's not anything scary, and I'm going to actually show you examples so you guys can see. But the number 3 thing of your follow-up process, and I'll share why in a minute, is I recommend following up 5 times. 5 times before adding them to like kind of a forever follow-up list. So this isn't the exact message that you send them copy paste 5 different times. That is weird. Don't do that. So you're going to have to get creative a little bit and find out your flow, but I'm going to share like what mine looks like. And I just stay on here. Sometimes we won't be able to get a hold of them. Sometimes they won't get back to you. Totally okay. Totally normal. Don't take it personally. They don't hate you. Don't write them off until they say, no, I will never do this for you or do this with you. I'm going to block you. Not interested at all, ever. They're still on your follow-up list, okay? And then I said, when they are on a follow-up list, like a forever list, those are the first people that get invited to your next group. So if you're doing this every single month, you start to see how this activity done consistently compounds like in a very huge way. And pretty soon you have like 10 people ready to go on January 1st that were your no's from November and December. You know what I mean? So if you're doing this consistently, it'll help you just to grow and grow and grow and grow, because the compound effect is dad's home. Go. Super real. Okay. So you might want to screenshot this, you guys. Whoop, not that. Or that. Oh my gosh, struggle bus over here. Okay, so this is my 5 different ways to follow up, just to give you guys a little bit of an idea. First one, did you get the info? Okay, so just checking in on them to see if they got the information. This happens multiple times. I will send information. For instance, they'll fill out my challenge group application. I'll send them back an email with like how pumped I am and the right pack for them, and give them my recommendations of what's going to be best. And then I won't hear back from them. Like, that is so common. So my first follow-up when that happens is something along the lines of, hey, Sarah, I want to check in with you to make sure you got the info I sent over. Sometimes it gets lost in cyberspace, and I didn't want you to think I was ignoring you. Okay? Basic, simple. It really does get lost in cyberspace sometimes. They're like, oh, no, I never got it. And I'm like, are you lying, or did you really not? But regardless, they respond, we carry on the conversation, and it goes from there. Okay, so the first one's, did you get the information, checking in on you. Second example, didn't forget about you, still want to help you. So this is like, if they didn't respond to that, you could still send this. Hey, Sarah girl, just checking in on you. Didn't want you to think I forgot about you. I would totally love to help you rock your goals in this next challenge. You ready to go, girlfriend? Okay, there's an example. Number 3, create urgency around a deadline and exclusivity around the number of spots that you have left. Okay, so this would be like, if you're starting on a Monday for prep, you could send this on like Thursday, and you could say, hey, Sarah, we're almost ready to go. I want to reach out before the last couple of spots fill and let you know we're starting prep on Monday if you want to jump in with us. I totally love to have you in there. Is this still something you're thinking about doing? Okay, opens the door to have another conversation, whatever. Still doesn't respond. She gets another follow-up on Sunday. Hey, Sarah, I've got 1 spot left and I didn't want to fill it till I touched base with you one more time before we start tomorrow. Do you want to get rocking? If not, I can totally hold a spot for you in my group next month. Just let me know if that would be a better option for you. Excited to chat, girl. Okay, then say she doesn't respond. Most of the time, they will respond to that one. They will respond and they'll be like, oh my gosh, life is so crazy right now. I just forked over $500 for my kids' classes and blah, blah, blah. Check in with me next month. That would be awesome. And guess what? She goes to the top of your list for invites for your next group, and that makes your life way easier for the next month. Okay, and then the 5th one, and this is just like a re-invite. So the 5th follow-up is like a re-invite until they finally get started. Hey, Sarah, I'm getting ready to kick off my next group and wanted you to be the first to know about it before it fills up. Do you still have some goals you want help rocking? I would love to help you if so. Want me to send you over some info about this one so you can check it out? Okay, super normal, super human, like just be you. Let your voice shine through, just care about them genuinely, and all of this is very unweird, okay? So how important is following up really? So this is like the sales side of it, like these are for real stats, okay? 48% of salespeople never follow up with their prospect. So they send them information, never check back in with them ever. And that was me for like years because I sucked so bad at tracking. Sorry, all those people, I'm sorry. 25% of salespeople make a second contact, but then stop. Okay, that was me for like a year after I started getting my act together a little bit. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and then stop. And only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. Okay, so we are going to be the 10%, all right? And here's why. 2% of sales are made on the first contact, 3% of sales are made on the second contact, 5% on the third contact, 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact, and 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. Now here's the thing. The contacts don't have to always be you. Like for instance, you'll hear multiple people be like, oh yeah, I've been invited like 8 times, but it's just not my thing, blah, blah, blah. But then you come around and you're chatting with them and they're like, oh my gosh, I'll check this out. This seems cool. And on the 9th time they've been talked to about it, they sign up. So you never know which contact you actually are. So while 2% of sales are on the first contact, they might have already been contacted 4 times before you. And then when you finally contact them, they get information, they're still not ready, but then you follow up a couple times, the likelihood of them actually being ready is far greater, and you're gonna be the right person at the right time to help them hit their goals. So just don't like, this is why I always say like separate your emotions from the actions. You can't tie what we need to do every day to help people expand, connect, invite, follow up. We need to do those actions. Whether or not they're ready or not is not our job, but we need to find enough people who are, and that means we need to talk to enough people and do the things consistently to find those people. And when we do those things, we will find those people. It's not because we suck if it takes a little bit longer, it's just because we haven't found the right people. But you can't stop doing the things that help grow your business. And that's what so many coaches do, is they just throw in the towel and they're like, F it, I suck, this is not for me, I clearly am not for this, everybody hates me, they ignore me, they ghost me. How many times have I heard my coaches say, I must just be terrible, they ghost me every time. I've been ghosted again, I'm ghosted. I'm like, dude, get over it, go follow up again. Like, this is your job, okay? You will get all that you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. Essentially, that's all we're doing every single day. We are putting out there that we want to help people get healthy. People are reaching out saying, I want to get healthy. Tell me what you have to offer. And if we are able to help them, then they will help us grow our business. And it's like a win-win all around. So help more people get what they want and you'll get everything you want. So now it's time to get to work. So really quick, number one, get your follow-up system nailed down so that you can implement it immediately. This is something that needs to be rinsed and repeated into your business flow every single month. Okay, this goes for challenge groups, this goes for coaches, one and the same, you still follow up regardless, okay? 2, go through your messages, go through your sent and viewed share carts that were never followed through, go through your emails, go through like your lists in your books, go through all the things that you have and make a huge master list and do a follow-up blitz with all of those people for your next group or for your next sneak peek or just to check in and see if they want more information. Number 3, always use start dates and deadlines as a simple reason to follow up to create urgency by checking in and touching base. Like if you're ever like, I don't know what to say, create a deadline. Even if you like have an ongoing challenge group that you're filling whenever, create a deadline. Hey, I'm starting a group of new girls on Monday. I wanted to check in with you to see if this is a good time for you to get rocking. Create that, okay? Even if you make up a new start date, create it. Yeah,
that's the last one.
Okay, that's okay. You can have it. Number 4, following up is what will set you apart. Just like I talked about, be the one who follows up. Be the one who cares enough to check in with them again and again and again. Okay, don't forget about them. Don't be weird. Like I said, just care about them. Make it about them and your genuine desire to help them get what they wanted info for in the first place. And then F you for the win. Follow up. Make this a part of your monthly flow and everything will be just butterflies and roses, you know? So I'm going to stop this and let you guys, do you guys have any specific questions? I'm actually going to stop the recording so that